From pain to gain, it ain't personal, it's just game. Back to another episode of Pain into Game. Man, I got a special guest with us today. We got Troy Hoskins, man, aka Tatt to Go Crazy, man. Talking to our tattoo artist, video vlogger, business owner. I'm trying to tell you, man, how's it good, man? What's good with you, brother? How you
Man, I appreciate you having me on.
Man, I'm glad that you're here,
good.
bro. I'm glad
Yes,
you're here. Man, let's get into it, man. Let's
All
start
right.
from the top, man. Since it's your first time at Mile High Studios or whatnot, let's get into some game, man. Where are you from?
I'm from Danville, Illinois. It's a smaller city in Illinois, maybe like 2 hours away from Chicago.
Right, okay.
Born and raised there. I lived in Houston like 2 years of my life, but like went to high school, 1 year high school in Houston. But for the most part, spent my whole life until I was about 18 in Danville, Illinois, and then I moved here to Huntsville.
So that's where your whole makeup is, your whole area of how you move.
Yeah. That's my family, my mom, grandma, grandpa, my whole last name, all them people.
Okay,
right
so
there.
we ain't talking about you got no cousins from here. You related to the Hoskins here? No.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Not that. We ain't having that. That's what's up. That's what's up.
I mean, I got people here. I love my
Of course.
people here for sure.
Of course,
But-
is that family that's became family or man? Because
became family.
that's what I like to hear, brother. That's what I like to hear. So I would say this: any siblings or parents from up in Danville, like, do you have any brothers or sisters or whatnot, and parents? I be like, were you close with them or this and that? Because sometimes we not so much.
Yeah, definitely. So, well, the crazy thing is, man, it's all right. Keep up. Hold on. Keep up with this. My mom and dad. My dad is from Flint, Michigan.
Whew, Flint, Michigan is hot right now.
Yeah.
They
He's
hot.
from Flint, Michigan. And my mom is from Danville, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad was living in Flint. In Danville. They had me when they were like 14 years old.
Okay.
So they had me very young, and because of that, I stayed with not my grandparents, but my great grandmother.
Okay.
Most of my life, yeah. Literally all my life. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah, I stayed with my
word.
great grandmother.
Your great grandmother?
Yeah, just me, her in the house basically for a long time. Just me and her.
Cool. So what did you pick up from your grandma? Because some things get installed in you.
Yeah.
You know, like your character, like your character makeup and build up. So like, as you living with your great grandma, because that's kind of unusual, but it's not unheard of. And the older you get a lot of wisdom from your GGs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what is she installing you?
So a lot, everything. So when I first moved in with her, she told me right off the back, like, I ain't gonna be able to do like wash your laundry for you. I ain't gonna be able to wake you up for school and stuff like that, or check on your homework and stuff. Cause I'm gonna be going to sleep. She already old. She already like this in middle school. My whole 6th, 7th, to 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? She probably already like 60, 70 something.
Right,
so, yeah.
right. So you have to be self-sufficient. You basically have to raise yourself. She was just like
In
a
a
legal
sense.
guardian for you, but she took care of you. But
Yeah.
she kind of like just said, "Look, here you got the reins. You take care. You do this, do that. Just follow these rules, and then hell, you basically got like a freedom slate.
Pretty much. And
you
she
know?
gave me a key, and it was pretty simple. It was normal to me. I didn't think of it. My mom stayed in another side of town. She actually wanted me to stay with my grandma because the other side of town is like where she stayed at. She stayed in like the projects.
Okay,
But, like,
so-
close to it. Like
Okay.
that was in her backyard. So
Well,
I got to go to a different school.
Right. So you was just in a whole nother zone, so that's
Yeah.
why you went to this school. But we know how that work.
Yeah.
But let's just go ahead and get into it and dive in it, man.
Oh, and another thing too.
Okay.
I'm the oldest. My mom's only son. I'm
You're the only
oldest.
son.
Yeah, so I got 6 younger sisters.
Okay.
So that was another like
Another.
thing that kept me kind of focused because I want to be an example, so you know what type of man they need to be looking for or something like that.
Leading by example,
Yeah,
bro.
And 2 younger brothers from my dad's wife.
Well, And as that, you being the oldest, and what responsibilities do you take on? You know, because as me being one of the eldest, you know what I'm saying, I take on a lot of responsibilities. I have to make sure that certain things are done. Like say, I have to lead by example. Like I have to show my younger sibling like how to do certain things. So what comes with that when you being the older sibling?
For me, I would say, like I don't. Sometimes I felt kind of bad because I didn't always maybe talk to him all the time because there's a lot of age differences and everything. So I just try to lead by example, like I was saying, and just showing them like I graduated high school.
Right, that's an important thing.
Still try to try to stay out of jail and stuff like that.
That's very important.
Yeah, when I made my mistakes, so I took accountability and still tried to keep moving. You know what I'm saying, and keep getting better.
Tell my audience, man, because you said the word, because I'm very heavy on that word accountability. Please explain what accountability is as you being a black man, being basically self-raised. Please explain that word accountability because I feel like that's very important.
So during my teenage years, you can say like a lot of other teenage years, like teenagers, you kind of get rebellious, like think you know everything, think your parents like y'all don't know what y'all talking about, blah blah blah. So you try to do your own thing and like over maybe in later teenage years before I even got to my 20s, and maybe I start to realize like it could be more. I need to listen because they already been these ages and stuff like that. So as I start to be more open minded and start to actually listen to the wisdom from my parents and stuff like that, and older people, just on like the way to go in life. I start to see like, okay, maybe it's not because I wasn't blaming everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not because of this, not because of that. You know what I'm saying? Just try to change myself.
Of course. And you said something, they came before you because there's a reason why the parent come before the child. It's a reason why for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's to learn. Like the wisdom. It may not be the wisdom that they're telling you, but it's the things that you see and you pick up from. You know what I'm saying? So
I heard a saying, it goes something like, things are not taught. Most of the time, things are not taught; they're caught.
Man.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That is one of mine. That's in my repertoire. That's it.
Yeah.
That's in my vault. You know,
Yeah.
so I always use that because I would say this, man. Like as being a male, because we're kind of in the same realm. You know what I'm saying? Basically, being self-sufficiently raised and basically learning on your own. You know, walk to the own beat of your drum. And as you're saying, some things are not taught but caught. Like. I would have to agree with that 100%, especially because with the black community, once you like turn 18, it's kind of like they throw you to the wolves.
Yeah, yeah.
And then with females, it's kind of like they still have that still same community. You know what I'm saying? They kind of stick together.
Yeah.
But when it's just you're a male, just male in general, when you turn a certain age, it's kind of like they just like you got to figure out everything on your own and everything around you. You kind of like you kind of have to take things and kick things out.
Yeah.
It's
my dad, he was always in my life. But like I said, they had me when they were young, so he was still trying to figure out his life.
Exactly.
So he went to the military for like 4 years while I was in like elementary and stuff like that. But he always told me, and my mom had my sisters and them dad, he was just getting out of prison. That's how I got into tattooing, because he had tattoos and stuff. But my dad would always tell me, like, even though you down there with, you know what I'm saying, the gangsters and the drug dealers and stuff, and that's all you see that a lot. Take the good and take the bad and learn from all of it.
Yeah, just deciphering.
Yeah,
to be honest with you,
so,
break it down.
Yeah, and I always kept that with me, and I was just like, okay.
So that was actually following up to my next question, because I'd be like this. So I was gonna get like straight into it. I was like, what attracted you to tattoos? To be honest with you, but you said that attracted you to tattoos. You know what I'm saying? You said your dad had tattoos.
Well,
so
my sisters and them dad. My dad, my dad was in the the army. Excuse me. But he knew my sister and them dad. My mom's boyfriend at the time was kind of in the streets and stuff like that. So he would always. He knew he was staying out. He was the one at my house.
Right.
So my dad would just say, okay, learn from the good and the bad from different people. So my stepdad, I can call him my stepdad. I love him to death. His name Lamar.
Of course.
Yeah, he had my sister's name on his chest when he got out of prison, and I was just like,
dang,
Mom, I'm getting one of those. I was probably like 12.
I feel you. So that kind of like draws you into it, you know.
Yeah.
And so I'll be like this. When did you? I would say, you knew that you can kind of like do this? Like, say for instance, like when did you say, man, I could probably do that?
Yeah. It was, so in Illinois, I used to draw a lot in class. I actually used to
Trade?
draw on people in class and stuff like that.
Man.
Yeah, so we used to do all
I
that.
was a subject like that one time, but keep going.
And then when I started going to tattoo shops after I turned, actually it was down here. Mm-hmm. I turned like 19. I went and got my first tattoo down here in Huntsville.
Let me stop you real
At a
quick.
tattoo shop.
Let me stop you real quick. When did you come down here?
June 2007. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I graduated high school May 2006. A year later, after staying in Illinois after high school for a year, I was like, I gotta figure out something else. So my dad was staying down here, so I moved down here and stayed with him for a while.
I think that was a blessing for you, dog.
Yeah, me too.
I think that like you had the cognitive sense to say, you know what, it's nothing popping up here.
Yeah.
Let me come down here and see something new.
Yeah.
So being as venturous as that, because it takes some kind of balls, I would say, to actually like, you know what, let me get from my normal and try something foreign.
Yeah, I had a car, everything in Illinois. I left the car. I came down here. I said I'm gonna just visit for 3 days. Bought maybe 3 days worth of clothes, and like, man, I need to get away. It was a lot of stuff going on down in Illinois, so I was like, man, I need to get away for a while, just kind of clear my head and stuff. And came down here. My dad's wife family embraced me so heavily, and I was just like, you know what? I ain't going back.
Exactly.
I
Feel like
everything.
love. So you left everything.
I left everything.
Man.
I went and got back my car maybe 3 months later.
But still, that take a lot of guts to do that, to say, you know what, I'm going to drop my whole life from up here and stay down here because I feel the love and abundance down here.
I see the opportunity. Yeah. Where I'm from is no college in the city. So if you think about a city with no college.
No higher education?
No. You got a community college, but.
Yeah. Like, it's nothing going on over there.
I didn't think about college. I wasn't even.
Yeah, that probably wasn't stunned that. I wasn't even myself. But, you know, but as you seen, you being from somewhere else, you peep game.
Yeah.
You peep game. And that's why, like, that pain turns your vision into game. Mm-hmm. And I like that. I like that, bro. So, you know, when you did all that, like as you got into tattoo and everything, blase, and it comes a time when you say, man, so who was like your first customer? You know, sorry, not even you got paid or anything. It's just like, who was like your first person that you remember who you first kind of like?
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
I remember everything about the whole night.
Take us into it.
Okay. So, anyway, I moved down here. I started working a job. I started going to Creations Tattoo on Jordan Lane. A lady named Chrissy. She was doing my tattoos. She's still around? Is Creation still around? Yeah, she's still around. And so I was working a job, getting paid good back then, and I would go spend more than half my check just that. After working that whole week, I paid that Friday. Saturday, I'd be spending more than half my check on one tattoo that took her a few hours to do. And I'm like, you know what? I can do this. Took me really, I ain't gonna lie, it took me like a whole year to even order this stuff, to even believe in myself to do that stuff.
That's called investments, dog. Investment in believing in you.
And it paid off. And when the stuff came, my older brother, his name Chris, and my cousin Walter. So came in the mail. I brought it to my brother's apartment, opened it up. I'm watching a little YouTube video trying to figure out like how to even set it up.
Right.
And he like, man, hurry up and find out how to set it up.
Because this arm need to get tatted.
Yeah.
This arm need to get
and
tatted.
My cousin like, yeah, and I'm next. And I'm like, hold on, I gotta figure out how to do it.
Right.
I said, yeah, come on. So I drew it on with a pen. He still got the same tattoo to this day. I touched it up, and I mean, it still look.
It still look.
I was surprised at my first one because actually kind of big and everything.
Man, and that was, like I said, leading into my next question. And I was just thinking like this: were you a natural, or you just had to work at it?
I definitely had to work at it. Cause I just used to like to draw, and it used to just.
You were just very artistic.
Yeah, so I was creative, but I didn't have a drawing fundamentals or nothing like that, or knew the right format or something like that, the basics. So I just used to like kind of sketch graffiti type stuff, not really like.
So you was self-sufficient. So
Yeah.
you was self-sufficient. You didn't have you didn't go to no school or anything like this to do this. It was just it was just in you, not on you. So
and then a lot of big game right here, like we was talking about earlier.
Talk to them on this one.
You got to pay to play. What really helped me to elevate, I was tattooing, and it wasn't until I even see people now, and I shoot them this, but I don't think they understand what I'm saying. So I'm gonna say it exactly what I'm saying right now. I still do this. Go to the artist that's way above me that I look up to and pay them whatever they want just so I can sit there and look at them tattoo and ask questions.
Now, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Because see, bro, like we said earlier today, sometimes game you have to invest, you have to pay, bro. And no game that's worth having is free.
Yeah.
And if it's free, you really don't want it. Like I said, some game might be caught, and some it might be caught, but you investing in that got you to the next level.
Yeah.
And
It was a shortcut.
You feel me? It was a shortcut, but actually the long way as well, because you actually invested it in you.
Yeah.
You didn't wait around for nobody. You weren't like, well, ain't nobody showing me this and that, and started hating.
Yeah.
You didn't let hate take over you. You said, you know what? Let me go ahead and invest in the hustler in you. That's why you're on this show.
For sure.
That's why you on this show, bro. Because that's nothing but pure hustle in you. And that's what our show was about. You feel me? So, and so, but that being said, after you learning all of that, how was the pay back then when it was just a hobby for you? You know what I'm saying? Because you, like you said, you was doing your cousins and everything, but then it came around somebody that looked at your cousins was like, man, I want one too. That somebody you don't even know.
Yeah.
So how was the pay, or was it pay? Or you just tatting people up just to get practice in?
So after I done my brothers and my cousin tattoo that night, of course they wanted more. So I think I probably kept tattooing them for a little bit longer. And then all the other cousins, they seen, Troy, go ahead, boo, hit me, tap me. So I moved the operation to to my aunt's laundry room.
Shout out to Auntie.
Yeah, shout out to Auntie. My aunt's laundry room, tatting up the whole north side. And I was charging cheap. I was really trying to learn.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I was just like, all right, shit, give me $20, $30, $50.
You know, a little change in your pocket just to practice, bro.
Set it up and figure this out. Next, figure it out. Oh, it didn't work on you. Oh, I bet somebody else finna pay me to try it out on them. But I was saying, all right, y'all giving me money to practice.
Bro, what better way to make something? That's some entrepreneurial stuff. Like,
and honestly, I wouldn't even suggest that now with tattooing.
Of course.
Yeah, but that was the way when I didn't.
That was that era.
Yeah,
that era.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now this is pre. I would say
Big
beginning
YouTube
stage. Beginning stages of
Yeah,
the internet type stuff. Because
something like
now you couldn't pay nobody to do that now because it's just so much information out there. But let me ask you this: what was your first equipment that you had got set up? I mean, of course, we got to go from a starter stage. So, what was your equipment like? Your first setup,
Oh, actually, my first setup, it was so cheap that in the middle of my brother and them tattoo, I think I finished my brother's, but then on my cousins, the machine broke on me. Or actually, the power supply. The power supply went out. So I'm like, okay, trying to figure it out all night, sweating and everything. And I'm like, all right, cuz I don't know what's going on. And he like, all right, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? When you just order another one, just
give you a tap back in with me.
So at that point, I was like, oh, it's on now. So
yeah,
that's when I started investing money. I'm like, man, I'm just finna buy another one. Matter of fact, I'm finna buy 2 just in case this happen again. Boom, I already got it back up.
That's what I'm talking about.
I remember that, and then I used that same one for years, and just kept going from there. I'm like, all right, bet I figured out how to work it. Then I start, and people was paying me $20 for a tattoo. But I was still going to work another job. I work a job.
You didn't quit your day job.
Yeah. And then I do tattoos on the weekend. And I was like, all right, bet the job is actually, I ain't even from here, so the job is actually how I can get people with money to pay me to do the tattoos. So I work all day. Yeah.
Light bulb, bing.
Yeah. So I'm like, bet I'm going to just keep working, work different jobs, get to meeting people, and start doing tattoos on them. You know what I'm saying? Just for a little price and just go from there. And then, by the grace of God, the tattoo industry kind of changed a little bit.
It shifted on you?
Yeah.
Explain.
Right when I got in, and I was like, because a lot of people was telling me, like, you can't make money off art, tattooing. Like, yeah.
Who told you that? I guess they didn't know. But you about to explain to us. Don't you ain't gotta put them out there. Don't put them out there. But I was told. But insinuate. Yeah. Tell them like, look in the camera like, you know who you is.
I don't even want to do that. I don't even want to do it because I respect these people,
of course,
so much, and I'm happy that
he loved y'all.
I'm happy that it worked out, and I know it was for protection.
Of course,
it was for protection. They
trying to look out for
secure, and not. They seen the road, the path I was headed down, and they wanted me to kind of shift it.
Yeah,
whether that was because tattoos was associated with some other stuff too, so it was just like okay.
So like, I don't want to get too far, so you more so saying like gang kind of
yeah.
You know
like,
what I'm
this
saying?
is permanent, son. Like,
yeah, like this ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Like let's say for instance that guy. Are you familiar with the guy Crip Mac?
Yeah, don't he got like a Crip on his face?
Yeah, on his forehead.
Yeah,
on his forehead, he's got Hoover Killer on there, and I'm from LA. That is a death sentence.
Yes.
That's a death sentence that's for anybody that's from the 60s. Like I grew up around schoolyard Crips, so but I stayed in the early 20s. But where I hung out was like blase. I don't want to get too much into that, but something like that. As you're telling your customer, like, bro, do you really want to do this?
Yeah.
Like so did they run with that or what?
Well, this was my parents telling me like,
do you really want to?
I really want to do these tattoos. Like they were trying to shift me to, like I was saying, people was telling me that I can't make money off art or make money off tattooing, basically.
But
try to get kind of go to college and get a regular job, like you know what I'm saying, the regular mindset type of thing. But this was back then. Like I said, it was. I think it was more so protection because I know these people love me.
Of course, because somebody that loves you, only thing they want to do is kind of like shield you from something that they went through, and which is a good thing. But sometimes there's something out there called variables, and you are a variable. You know what I'm saying? Like you created and forged your own way. You didn't go do the traditional thing that America or any society wants you to do. I ain't gonna say America, just say any society, because the society of what they perpetuate to you out there is go to school, get a good job, to go work for another motherfucker. And you know what I'm saying? Then you make some great money. But obviously you had a different path because you're an entrepreneur. You're forging your own path.
Yeah.
You're your own boss.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people, sometimes they just don't have it in them. They need to have a safety net.
Yeah.
You didn't have a safety net. You gambled every which way. But you know what you did? You gambled on yourself. And I'm proud of you for that.
And I always knew, like, I can make money off this. Like, in the back of my head, I was like, okay, I'm gonna still try to keep the peace around, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna still try to, and for my safety too, try to find something different. So I ended up going to college and stuff.
Great.
Graduated. And but the whole time, tattooing art was all in my mind, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So it just kept tormenting you.
Yeah, how can I communicate with people, help people get through stuff that I went through with art, and that's my whole life. I I live it.
I think you explained that in your art very well. So that leads me into my next question. And and with that being said, it's like, when did you stop becoming a hustler and you became a professional? Like, what was like you when you said, you know what, I can really do this?
Yeah.
Like, you actually got into a shop and became, you know what I'm saying, what it was. Take us down that road.
Let me see. So
Like your first shop.
I could say when I set up shop, I purposely got a 2-bedroom apartment. Me and my wife. So we purposely got a 2-bedroom apartment, and I set up a tattoo.
Parlor.
Basically, it's like the size of this room right here. Set it up. Had the tattoo chair, a couple chair, couch and everything. Had everything set up, but it was still at my, you know what I'm saying, place where I lay my head. So I done that actually for like 5 years, but I was still going to school and working in between, just trying to figure out what I really want to do in life. And then when I first got in the shop, it actually came from somebody I had helped out. He had asked me about a couple of tattoo tips. He was starting off himself, and I'm like, I mean, I can tell you what I know, but I'm still learning myself, and I don't feel too comfortable telling you exactly blah 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 blah. But I point him into some directions he can go to.
That's the best thing you can do.
Yeah, and then he came back a couple months later and was like, I appreciate that. Actually, I went to such and such guy named Randy in Decatur. I went there, and he's actually opening his own shop, and we looking for another artist. Would you like to join us?
Ooh, you see how you see how that came full surface? You helped somebody. You paid it forward, and it came back to you.
So after I gave him a few little information, I was like, you know, that's all I can give you. That's all I got. So he came back, and I was living here in Huntsville,
but commuting to Decatur.
After I got out of I went to Oakwood. After I got out of class, I drive. I had a little Honda, like a 2004 Honda or something.
Them things don't break down. They don't break down.
Like 200,000 miles or something on it. Driving back and forth to Decatur. The shop not even open yet, so I'm really just in there helping them paint, stuff like that. Kind of just trying to pay my dues, you know what I'm saying? So I'm helping them paint anything I need to do, going to get some food, anything. So
explain to my audience what due diligence is, what you just talked about. Like you said, look, the shop ain't even open, but I'm painting.
Yeah, so you always want to bring value. Yeah, you always want to bring value to, and never, because that's something I wanted. So I ain't want to just come to him and be like, okay.
And start using and start conniving.
Yeah, start taking. I want to offer something. Yeah, deposit. And then, you know what I'm saying, see if what I can, maybe, you know what I'm saying, you can help me. If I can get what I want to get, basically, out of this. You know what I'm saying? But I want to make sure that I'm bringing value so it's a equal.
You would exchange.
Yeah.
Because I put it to you like this. This what I use in my life. How this helped me out a lot. This quote right here. How can I help you help me? And that's basically what you did.
Yep.
That's why we're sitting here right now. You know?
And I like to start with that. How can I help you? And not really just help me, but because in the end, I think it's inevitable that it's gonna help me anyway. So that part is already. That's already the pot. Yeah, I just like to help now. So. And because it always come back, because I done been helped so much.
Right, right. You've been helped so much. It's like you giving up game because you got the game. Yeah, and it's blessed you. The game been good to you. So you know.
When I was seeking the game,
you feel me? When you was seeking the game, and
when I was seeking,
you was seeking game.
I was looking. I was searching for it.
And as you working at the shop, was it as you suspected it?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. Get in there.
So, like I said, I was tattooing at my apartment for about 4 or 5 years. 4 or 5 years before I ever worked in a tattoo shop. So, I didn't know how shops were ran and stuff like that.
Learning experience.
I always went by appointments because people don't just come to my house and just knock on the door. But I want a tattoo. No, you had to hit me up. I utilize social media back then. So I was utilizing social media. I post, be telling people, all right, tell somebody else, tell them to add me on Facebook or something. Boo. They'll see me, they inbox me. You had to set an appointment. I used to write it down on a piece of paper. All right, got this person coming, this person coming.
You had a log.
And I just started coming up with that really on my own. I ain't never seen how that was done. I just knew I had to figure it out and like, okay, boom, boom, boom. So when I first went to the shop, it was indicator. Most of my clients in Huntsville, so it's like a lot of people wasn't driving to Huntsville. I did have some loyal clients. Shout out to y'all too.
When somebody wants something, bro, they'll make the commute.
Yeah. So they came. A few people came to Decatur. I had some clients in Decatur. But the thing in the tattoo shop, which I didn't know at first, which is a real thing. So the owner, you got different ways you can pay your rent, basically.
Okay.
For beginners, it's kind of like you pay 50% of every tattoo you do.
Okay.
So that's kind of why people charge so much for tattoos. If you just walk in the shop and they say how much for this, blah blah.
Say that a little bit louder for people that be like, damn, why is the tattoo so damn high?
Because a lot of artists have to pay a percentage to the shop to keep the shop running. We run through a lot of paper towels, a lot of stuff.
Things that they're not even thinking about.
Yeah, little bitty small knick-knack stuff actually costs a lot of money. So, and they add up over time and with a lot of people. So the next time you guys, when you say why does it cost so much, take that into account, please, because of course we want things to get them at a good price, a good rate, but you gotta understand how things work. You gotta understand that the mortgage gotta be paid. Before this building to run, it costs money. So if the roles were in reverse, you would want to get paid for your work and still continue to run whatever you got going on. You know? So let's take us through the first time you I would say scratch that. On average. So after you know what I'm saying, you sat it in, you settled in and everything. How long would it take you to finish a tattoo on average? Like, let's say, for instance, a sleeve or your chest or your torso or your back. How on average, what was like your turnaround time? Are you talking about then or now?
Then we're gonna matter of fact, both.
Then I really can't even say back then because, like you said, I was hustling.
Right.
It wasn't really like I wasn't structured. It wasn't really no business.
Exactly.
Like, business hours. You call me 1 o'clock in the morning.
Pull up.
I'm knocking my wife like, hey,
such and such.
You mind if I? Man, she like, okay, again, all right, boom. They pulling up, knocking it out. I wake up 6 o'clock in the morning if somebody want to tattoo at 6. So I was hustling.
That money don't sleep, bro.
So I really can't even think how long stuff would take then. But now, really for like the last maybe 3-4 years, I've been real structured with it and trying to. I've been tracking the progress and tracking my growth and stuff like that. So
you actually document it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh boy, now that right there is innovative.
Yeah.
I like the way you're doing that because that will perpetuate you in different areas, in different markets. You know what I'm saying? But continue.
And I learned that from who we was talking about earlier, the guy that be shooting my videos. He's a media guy, fitness guy. His name David Davis.
David Davis.
Good friend of mine, D3, who is D3 on Instagram.
Shout out to D3.
Yeah.
Follow the podcast. You know, you might get on here one day because, you know, we looking for people that's innovative.
He got a package, you know what I'm saying, that put together your whole business. He done my website. He shoot all my content. Yeah. He used to do my messages. I used to have so many messages coming in. We used to have to set aside days. Whew. And he still
so he basically run your admin. He still run
from my business right now.
That's good.
He get automatically paid from my business right now.
So okay, so he get direct deposit
from my business account to his business account.
So now I want to get into that a little bit further, but since we're talking about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the admin, bro. Like what's the importance of having everything together like that?
Yeah. So he explained like, man, you want to set it up. He was like, you the artist, but you want to set it up. You a creator, and sometimes artists be all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
They
Artists
do.
are known for being like woo woo, but he more business structure. And I was seeing. I'm like, okay, bet. He was explaining. He put together my website. He was like, you want to build this brand. You want people to feel you and know where you coming from, and if you got something to say and something for them, you credible.
Yeah, very credible. Yeah, yeah.
So we started building that up, and it's an easier flow because, actually, if you text me right now and say, Troy, I want a tattoo,
you got to get on the waiting list.
I mean, yeah, it's a waiting list, and I have we put together like an automated system, not an automated system, but I can press a couple buttons and it send you boop boop boop, and it tell you to send all this information, and then when I see the information, I press a couple more buttons. It tell you the price, the dates I got available, and it send you an invoice to pay your deposit at that very moment. So in a couple buttons, the whole thing is already done, and you already in my schedule, on my calendar.
So every day you wake up, you know you have a set schedule.
Yeah, every month it's booked out.
Man,
like
bro,
a
that is a
days.
blessing.
Yeah, definitely. I wake up with gratitude every day,
bro.
Yeah, every second, every time I can figure out. Thank you God the sun is out. Thank you God it's cloudy. Thank you God the rain.
Exactly, bro. And
thank you God for my flat tire.
You feel me? Thank you, bro.
Like,
I feel you on that,
for real.
Bro. So in saying that, there's always something going on. And you say like flat tire, there's always
I got a flat right now. That's what made me think about it. I pull it up anyway. Like,
bro, my motor just went out. My motor of my window just went out. So trust me, I know I feel exactly what you're talking about, bro. And I drive foreign cars, so this is expensive.
Yeah.
So I was saying like this, like, so as you're saying like that, there's always something. So what struggles does a tattoo artist really go through that motherfuckers don't have no idea what you go through? They just assume that, he can get me. Look, he got time. He can go ahead and get me in and fit me in. Like, my money don't spin green. My money ain't good. Man, bro, I know you've been waiting on this. So go ahead and wind up.
I be trying not to go on my tangents and nothing on social media and nothing like that.
Of course, because you're a businessman.
Yeah, and people look up to me. And one time I did it, my mom even hit me up like,
take that.
They just trying to spend money with you. Like, I'm just like, man, but I need people to understand.
But you're human,
like,
though.
Yeah,
you're human.
People think I'm a robot, honestly.
I know how I go.
Yeah.
Trust me, I do.
So, one thing is me not responding back to people fast enough. So I'll tell you how my
like you just sitting on your ass.
Yeah. So I am involved in other businesses, but I take off on Mondays just so I can get stuff done. That's like so busy. Like if I need to renew my tag or something.
Yeah,
that's
personal.
the only place time is open. Mm-hmm. So and I take off Saturdays so I can spend time with my wife and my family.
Most definitely. That's the most important.
Yeah, that's why I do it for. So I got to make time to actually show why I'm doing it.
Right.
I try to. It's still hard to balance that.
I be honest with you, dog. I need to take a page out your book, dog, because I just be on so much go, bro.
That's what I said. I tried to.
I be all right there. So we still here.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. So we still here,
yeah.
babe. If you're looking at it's hard. When we doing this, man, I know my time. I'm just giving it out to you, but yes, man, bro. So because I feel you on that one. Mm-hmm. Continue, please.
So,
no, the struggles of
the struggles. Yeah. So struggles trying to balance everything like work and life and other family. And I was talking to a friend yesterday, like, man, we need to hang out. Like, and I had to explain to him my schedule. So on Tuesday through Friday,
ain't no hang.
If y'all see the tattoos that I do on a daily basis, they actually like you might see me just post a picture, a 10-second picture. You might think it take an hour. Or no, they really take like 6-7 hours of pure focus. Like, no, I can't answer the phone. No, I can't. If I gotta, this line is permanent.
Yes,
this dot is permanent.
Yes, we playing with
it's on the person who looking at me. Mm-hmm. it's still like anxiety from it. Like before it's still major anxiety because you meet new people every day.
You don't know
no
who
matter
people
what
are.
they thinking about.
Yeah.
People might be like, so you got to make sure they like the design. Sometimes they might not like the design, so you got to kind of switch some stuff up. Then you might have somebody else coming after. You might have to kind of sneak off and tell them, hey, can you come a little later, such. Then you got people, hey, I know it's Thursday. I wrote you Monday, even though today my day off. Monday, I'm still doing something else.
You still have
I wrote you Monday. What's up? Even though I know you booked for the next month, I just want to know how much my stuff gonna be. Like, hold on. Whoa.
Just chill out.
Yeah.
Pump your brakes a little bit.
And that's like 20 people.
Yeah, I already know. Because you got to think, what you got going on, it's in high demand.
Yeah.
It's
probably more than 20 people. By the time I get back to it, it'd be 20 more people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's in high demand.
Yeah.
So it's like, they just think that when they hit you up, like, it's a direct line to you. Like, that's how come.
Pull up.
That's how come, like, when I deal with lawyers or anybody of high stature, they say email me. Because getting traffic to their phone is very hard to do to them. Because busy people, that's why they have admins and assistants or something such of people like that. Because, like me, for an instance, like, it's hard to get in contact. I tell you, it's better to text me.
Yeah. Because
if you call me, I'm like, I got so much going on. But it ain't about me. It's more so saying this, man. Any business, any person that's got stuff going on, and then, it's kind of like, I want to say this for you, because I want to really touch on this right now. You said something about, like, hey, can we kick it or this and that, but you be like, I'm too busy to kick it. And do you feel like that you can't kick it? Do they understand? Some will, that are business related, and some they don't. They just don't, because they may be kind of a little step or two behind. They just ain't woke up yet and found them yet.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. So, it's crazy you said that, because in the last week, I probably had that conversation with 3 people, and all of them, I'm 34 years old, so all of them, they look up to me. 2 of them are, one of them is an apprentice of mine.
Okay.
He's learning how to tattoo. And another one is a tattoo artist already in my shop, but he's 20 years old.
Oh, so he's very young.
And another guy is considered my brother. He's like maybe 10 years younger than me. He's still probably like about 24, 25. He's about 20, I don't know how, about 26.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, and they all ask me, and I see them striving, like,
to get to your status.
To get
to your status. Of course, they can't probably surpass you at one point in time, but to at least get them to a
self-sufficient
level.
Yep. So I'm seeing that, and I'm helping them out. We talking every now and then, but in the last week, they didn't all ask me that, like, did you have to cut people off or something like that? And it made me think, like, I've been thinking about this all week, and it's crazy we just kind of brought that up now. When I let me see how I want to put this. When I first started having a different mindset, I guess, it kind of happened naturally. I did feel bad. Some people call it survivor's remorse or something like that.
Yeah, I have that myself.
So you'll want to go back and hang with those people, or go back and try to show them something that you learned or something.
But you only prolong.
But y'all are interested in different things at the moment. So, a guy I was talking to actually yesterday, my brother, he was saying, him and his friend be making money together, blah 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 blah. He was like, all right, he hit his friend up, like, all right, bet you gonna go do that work that we need to do, right, blah blah blah. But his friend dodging him and not answering the phone, because the next thing you know, he's seeing him on the video game and stuff like that. So he, like, it was a natural separation starting to happen.
Right.
Yeah, and I was telling him, just don't feel bad for it. You know what I'm saying? Just stay focused. And I was telling him, he the same one asking me, like, can we hang out, blah, blah, blah. And I'm telling him, shit, I'm kind of busy, but stay focused on what you're doing. Don't worry about other people, like.
Because that is the prize. That is the prize.
Yeah, stay focused. And if they want to come with you, let them come with you, or, trying to help them help them with you, but I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but it's basically I just been having this conversation, and that been on my mind a lot. Like people been asking, how do you separate yourself, or do you cut people off? And it's just like you just kind of no, you don't really do that. You just stay focused on what you're doing. When you focus on what you're doing, you're in the zone. You really ain't even thinking about all that.
Exactly.
I guess that's what it is. Yeah.
And let me help you out with that because, like I said, people in our caliber, and some people might feel that kind of way, but it's kind of like a divine light hitting you, telling you this is where you need to go.
Yeah.
And you have to recognize, like, say for instance, your younger friend, he's not recognizing at this point, but the signs is telling him.
Yeah.
The signs is telling him, look, bro, yeah, you're doing this, he's doing that. He's playing a video game, and you doing this. And you telling him, stay focused on you, because you can either go this route or that route.
Yeah.
And you can use your time like this or like this. You see what I'm doing, and you see what, this comes with that. So if you can find some kind of natural balance between them, because like I say, he's still going to make his mistakes.
Yeah.
But I think you're leading him. I think you're being a great mentor to this man, to be honest with you. I don't know this man, but I think you're doing a great job because we need people out here to mentor us. And he don't know how valuable you're mentoring, because it's not easy just to go out there and go find a mentor. You know how people be like, well, I didn't stop hanging with these folks and go hang out with like-minded people.
Yeah, yeah.
You know how hard that is?
Man, what?
Because, like-minded people don't let new people into their circle.
Unless you prove that you like my
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so you just saying, I'm just gonna hang out with people, and then they usually go start back, hang around with people that they're common with, but then they want to get out. You know what, man, bro? I know some people that done told me that, bro, but it is what it is. The best way to figure that out is go hang by yourself and figure you out.
Yep.
That's the best way to do that.
And I realized that maybe a few years ago, and I started just going places by myself. I used to think it was kind of crazy. I'm like, hey, I ain't never used to go nowhere by myself. I'm either with other people or, but I love it now. I go everywhere by myself.
Of course, it's kind of more divine-like. It's kind of like you have like a aura or a shield around you. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of attract people to you.
Yep.
So as I want to kind of like touch back on when you was in your first shop.
Okay.
It's like, when was it when you said, man, look, it's time to part ways. It's time to part ways and kind of move into you becoming who you are, becoming into this business owner of you.
All right, a lot of people
put it delicately.
A lot of people like, no, look, it's just I'm finna talk a little shit, but
just talk your shit, bro.
A lot of people be calling me the chosen one.
I like that.
For some reason, I never never got caught doing stuff. I ain't knock on wood. I mean, I ain't. No, it's just
right. You were just a little bit more God favorites, as they would say.
Yeah. And then every single time my back was against the wall, it was a big turnaround. Like I said, I moved from Illinois to Huntsville, and it was like my back against the wall in Illinois, and then boom, Huntsville. When I moved here, kind of still had the same kind of mindset. So really, I moved here in June when I was 18. My birthday in July. By November, my dad the only blood person here, but he was married to a woman and she had younger sons under. But I was still kind of living same Illinois.
Right, you still had the Illinois mind frame.
Yeah, so he really put me out by November that same year. Back against the wall again. Yeah, so I'm here. He the only family I moved down here to change my life, but I kind of fell back into the same stuff. I kind of found the same people.
Right, in a different area.
In a different area, the same type of people. I'm like,
ain't that a laws of attraction?
Yep. And then my bad. Every time it just keep every time every question just made me think of something else. But
no, man, get what you need to get out, bro.
Okay, so back against the wall. So my dad put me out. I was staying with my dad's wife, mother for a while. Things got crazy. Had to move out of there. She kind of like, well, we had to move out of there.
Right.
We stayed in there a couple months with no lights and nothing. My dad like, nah, you can't come back here.
Cause ain't nothing really to come back to.
Yeah,
bro.
You can't come back to my. You can't come back to my crib until you get yourself together. So I'm like, okay, I gotta figure something out. But he said, but I just got this job on Oakwood campus as a security guard, and they as security they let your child go to school. As security, they let your child go to school for 70% off tuition.
Damn, that's pretty fucking good.
At that point, boom, I'm gonna go to school.
Heck yeah, might as well.
I ain't got nowhere else. Like the house we was living in, the lights was out. Like my grandma had already moved out, and she left us there. Like shit, y'all gotta figure this out.
And figure it out on your own.
Yeah, so lights is out. We got dogs and all type of like crazy stuff. So, so then I'm like, man, I'm finna go to college. Boom, start going to. That was back against the wall again. Now I got a whole nother opportunity to change my life. Right. Went to college. Boom, 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 boom. Now, you know what I'm saying, all the years. I started college at 21. I was in and out of college doing tattoos, working jobs. Yeah. But I didn't graduate until I was like 31.
Okay.
Yeah, so back a 10-year span. But, so.
Because of the hardships, bro.
Yeah, for sure. And then my last semester. Oh, no. So before, so I couldn't finish paying for college. So I was like, damn, I got to figure it out. So I wouldn't be able to go to college anymore. So then dude hit me up about the tattoo shop. So I went there, and actually with the 50% we were saying with the shop, I couldn't really keep up.
Right.
Paying my bills and driving out there because I used to getting all my money from my apartment.
Right. So as soon as the money that you take in is basically going to your rent.
Day. I gotta pay half of it. When I was usually paying half, I gotta pay half to the shop owner.
Half the shop owner. Then you gotta pay the other half to your apartment.
My apartment and other stuff like that.
So you basically left at zero at this point. Zero or something like that. Yeah.
And then it was one time I couldn't even like pay my bills and shit. And then
you said, man, something gotta change. Something gotta break.
Yep. So I started working again, and like I said, back against the wall, and then I can't remember exactly how it happened, but I ended up meeting Jay at Skin Attack.
Okay.
And then he ended up saying I could come tattoo there. So boom, that's another back against the wall. Like I said, I was losing my apartment. Boom, another turnaround. Bow. So that happened. Yeah. So every time my back gets the wall, like
you just came out on top. You came out on top. You know what I'm saying?
And in my last year of college, I couldn't pay for it. My last semester, couldn't pay for it. Ran out of scholarship, maxed out. Random, somebody a $13,000 scholarship
just came out of nowhere, just fell out the sky.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from.
Hey man, God is good.
Yeah,
God is good, bro.
Yeah.
So you know.
Now I got my degree, and I was like, because at first I was gonna give up. I'm like, man, I made it this far. I'm already tattooing now. Man, forget that. I'm finna just.
Yeah,
and then that happened. I was like, okay. And then that's when I started taking stuff a little more serious.
Of course. You know that's called the part of growing up. But but that what got you out these shops, and then it's kind of led you into being a business owner. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I want to start at. Like, as you become a business owner, tell us about like how like starting a business, like you know how you get your paperwork and going through the right proper channels to make sure you get paid right and pay your taxes on time, blase. Tell us, you ain't got to spend too much time on it, but just explain to us about that. You know what I'm saying? Before like because before you acquire these buildings and everything, you got to get permits, you got to get all sorts of things before you can actually be like, look, I am a business owner, because it takes a lot of hard work to just even be a business owner. And you did. Go ahead.
The hardest part for me was actually believing that it's gonna work out. Because every single step I had to at that point, just me opening up this shop now changed me again.
Of course.
Because at that point, I was kind of maybe limited in my mind what I thought I could do. And then I had to have faith, and really faith is like not giving up.
Hell yeah, because it's something that you can't see.
Yeah.
It's something
so
you
you
can't
guys
see.
gotta, in order for you to keep going, you gotta have faith in it. So the moment you stop, that's you saying you don't have faith that it's gonna happen.
Ooh,
So
that's powerful.
yeah. So I was like, I got faith in it, but I don't know if I really believe it for real. Like,
So you 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
yeah. And I remember telling my friend we was working out and stuff. And then D3, the same dude I was telling you about, and he was like, I was telling him like, man, the easiest thing for me to do right now is give up.
That's easy.
It's so hard right now. The easiest thing for me to do is give up and go back to my comfort zone. I'm still making money. I can just woo. But and then he was like, man, that's just like these weights that you pushing. Like, you could give up right now, but it's good stress and it's bad stress. Right now, what you going through is good stress.
Word.
Yeah.
That's powerful,
Yeah.
my boy. Your friend D3 told you some real shit.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Cause
I just left with him too.
Oh, that's what's up. Because
Every
that burn you feel it, ain't doing nothing but helping you out.
Yeah.
So,
He was like, that ain't no bad stress. That's good stress you feeling. Just push through it, and it's gonna make you stronger and gonna make you better.
Man, what?
Like,
Make your mind clearer, purer,
and it
thoughts.
did. And then after that, after I put in the application, immediately my mind went to negativity. Like,
The application to get you.
Well, okay, we can start off with to even make the phone call to okay, before you inquire about the building, you have to make sure that the tattoo shop is in a certain zoning location in the city.
Explain to them about that.
So you can't have certain stuff in like residential areas. It has to be like a commercial area. So you really have to do research and figure out if a lot of this game that you gotta pay for real, but I'm giving it out. So
Now that's
and
paying the game,
I'm willing to help, you know what I'm saying, point people in direction. And luckily for Jay, he pointed me in the direction too. So I seen a lot of tattoo artists just go get a building and think they can just open up.
Don't work like that.
Yeah, you got to make sure it's in the right area, and then on top of that, you got to.
Because if you get caught, they'll tax you. They'll
yeah.
art shut you down.
Yeah, they shut you down, and fine. Yeah. So you got to make sure it's in the right location. Even calling just to ask about it's in the right location, as the phone ringing, I'm already thinking in my head like negativity, and I'm like, why am I going straight to negativity? Why am I going straight to negativity? Like. And I picked up on that after a while. I'm like, every time I'm just thinking negative. Like, but so just to make the phone call and see, okay, I'm looking at this building to open up a tattoo shop. Is it in the right area? And boom, yeah. All right, boom, one step. I'm like, okay, boom. Next step, boom. I want to call the people. I call the lease people. How much is it? Boom, boom. They kind of going back and forth. We went through the lease maybe like 3 times because they sending me old leases and stuff with different stuff don't match. I'm like, hold on. I'm like, man, it's just, maybe I should just not do it.
Who?
Send it back. They send some more stuff. All right, boom, signed the lease. All right, now we got to make it a tattoo shop. We got to pull out the carpet.
Oh,
boom,
yeah,
boom.
so now cosmetics of it.
Yeah, run into other problems. Oh, dang, maybe I should just turn this to something else and forget the tattoo shop. Like, all these thoughts kept coming to my head, and I got to, like, fight through them, like, blood, sweat, and tears, like, for real.
I trust me, I get it.
Yeah.
Man, if anybody that's opened up anything, they gonna go through this, man. They gonna go through it.
Yeah. So we get through that, and
now you got to get your permits, LLCs, your documentations.
I already had the business and everything set up. So I was already my own tattoo shop inside J Tattoo Shop.
Okay, yeah, because you're basically a general contractor.
Yep, at that moment, and then switched everything to my shop. Then we had to go through the.
So you had to do like a 1090, like a 1090 now, like sole priority now.
Yeah. I mean, I was doing that then too. Yeah,
okay, yeah.
The whole time, yeah. So we have to go through the city, make sure it's in the right area, the fire department,
bringing up the code.
Yeah, and also the city license. Then the health department, make sure it's clean and you got the
sanitary
right stuff in there. Yeah, and every single step, negativity. Like,
because it's foreign to you. It's something you've never done before.
Yep. And then after going through all that, I'm like, you know what? it was a mindset thing. Now I don't feel like it's nothing I can't do as long if I feel like that's what I want to do.
You can do it. It's done.
Yeah. So now it's all about just figuring out what I want to do.
Be honest with you, that's what makes you a man. That's what make you a man, bro.
Yeah.
For real. Like, people just think because you got a penis and some balls.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, bro. What you just did right there would make you a man. You set something up and you accomplished it. Mm-hmm. And that's what I think why the generation of females look at just males in this point. They like, that's what's missing. You put your idea to your thoughts, you put them to paper, and you execute it. Mm-hmm. That would make you one of the dying breeds of a man these days.
For sure.
So I salute you in so many different ways. And so with that being said, now you even got through all those, covered your base. Tell us about your grand opening, man. When you actually, like, I seen your grand opening. I was so proud of you. You know what I'm saying? So, you like, I don't want to spoil it, so I'm going to let you explain.
Shout out to my dad. He actually put everything together. Me, I done spent so much money putting the floors down, putting the sinks in, painting, getting the equipment, the chairs.
That sounds like thousands of dollars of work.
Yeah, tens of thousands of dollars of work. So, yeah.
You feel me?
So all that plus still paying bills, still,
living your life.
Yeah, living my life. Whatever. But so,
and your girl probably want to go on vacation. Why you
I was
doing
about
that?
to throw that in there, but I was just
I want to tell my babe, if she looking at this, man, chill out, man.
Yeah.
You see me doing stuff, man. You talking about vacation, man. Stop all that escapism, man.
I told her, man, I need a whole year.
You feel me? You don't ever want to go out of town and do nothing. No, we try to get stuff done.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Not yet.
But go ahead. So after you got all of that done, like talking about you put the sinks in, spent tens of thousands.
Yeah. So the grand opening, like I said, shout out to my dad, because we grand opening was actually on my birthday, July 17th. 7/17.
Okay.
It's one of my good numbers right there, 717, 717.
Man, bro, I'm a Cancer too, dog. 7/11, bro.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm like them dice numbers, baby. You know what I'm saying?
It's greatness.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nothing but greatness.
Mm-hmm. So my dad had this big old thing. I always wanted to do a gas station giveaway, $1,000 giveaway, something. He's just putting together ideas. I'm just like,
what up,
man,
okay.
whatever. I'm just trying to make my money back. I'm still.
Yeah.
So I really opened on July 1st.
And
I was doing tattoos all night, boom, boom, trying to make money back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, trying to jump back.
Yeah, trying to jump back and stuff. So, and I wasn't even thinking about grand opening. I'm like, boom, I'm here. I'm already booked up until August anyway. So people just gonna know that I'm here now. Everybody that after they book their appointment, send them a new address. And
so your clientele just filtered through. That's it.
Yeah. So, and I'm just like, that's what it is. He's like, nah, you need to make this big. You need to let them know that you coming to the north side of Huntsville. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. And then he started talking about stuff, and I didn't really see the vision. Cause like I said,
you was focused.
I'm still in like, okay, boom, boom, boom.
Shout out to Pops, man.
Yeah. So he putting together all this stuff and getting people together, letting people know and stuff. And then so we was able to block off the parking lot. We did $1,000 gas giveaway a couple days before. We was handing out $20 or $25 gas cards to the community.
That's what's up.
And then
got to give back to the community, man.
And then we did prizes. The grand opening, we did like some there was some guest singers outside. A celebrity came through from Huntsville. We did some giveaways right in the front of the shop.
Man,
kind of telling what we here for. And
man, when you cut that ribbon, I said, man, one of us made it, man.
Yeah.
One of us made it, bro. I was just so proud of that, bro.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? I love to see that. Somebody that looked like me, somebody came from the streets like me, to see that they could do a grand opening. And I was so proud of that, bro. Because I don't want to talk negative on anybody else, but what I'm really talking about is people that's from humble beginnings.
Yeah.
I don't want to say this or say that, but I just say humble beginnings, and then you know what I'm saying, see one of us cut a ribbon. Now, because you see the aesthetics of somebody else cutting the ribbon, but when we do that,
Yeah.
it's something different.
And believe it's not, I'm kind of really just now noticing because like I'm damn you down there got me in tears right now because like I'm just noticing like the people I'm affecting.
Bro, you affect a lot of people, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's like us. That's why this show, once again, is for. That's why we doing this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because all the people that's looking up to you is like, man, look, before I go hit them streets, man, I can go do it like Troy.
Yeah.
You feel me? You got a whole brand. Has to go crazy, man. Come on now.
And it'd be crazy because I be like, people from different angles be like asking me questions like ask me advice, and I be thinking like
22 years ago, 15 years ago, when nobody probably come to
yeah,
you and ask you shit.
exactly. That's why I'm like, man, it's crazy.
But you know,
I've been thankful for it and just trying to maintain it, hold it up. Cause you know I ain't perfect either, so
we ain't.
Sometimes I let the people close to me, I let them see my mistakes. I let them.
Yeah, because it shows your meek, your humbleness, the meek of you.
I'm letting them know that shit. This me. When I come to you, when I'm talking about this me. When I talk about this too, when I'm mad or something, like when I tell you, say I want to, like this motherfucker, I want to beat his ass, like.
Of course.
But I ain't gonna put my hands on nobody. But you know what I'm saying. But this is how I feel at the moment, and I'm telling you how I handle it.
Of course,
you know
because you have great power. When great power comes great responsibility, like you know Spider-Man shit. You know, great power comes great responsibility. But see, that show the regalness of you. That show the crown on top of your head. So when they look at you, when you walk past, it's an aura that follows you. You feel me? And so that's what it is, loved one. You know what I'm saying? And so I say this, man, like your shop is more like a studio versus a tattoo parlor. Like you like I said, we've talked about this, and like as your shop being more of a studio more so than a tattoo parlor, like a common tattoo parlor, like that's how you got into being a great vlogger?
Yeah, because I'm an artist. I like to express myself in different ways. Like I said, I like to influence people. I like to try to help people. So, what better way to do it than we got social media now? Be on the camera and help or talk to.
We're better seen now.
People, at a time. So, the shop is called Micro Macro Arts Tattoo Therapy Lounge. I have a bachelor's degree in social work.
Okay.
So, in social work, a lot of people think of like somebody taking your kids out your house. That's really kind of like
the least of it.
The least of it. The bottom surface. I don't want to say the bottom surface, but that's the beginning stage of it. Yeah, where if you fresh out of school, you'll be a caseworker.
Right.
So you'll be handling different cases, and part of evaluating households is one part of being a caseworker.
Right.
But that wasn't a part of I wanted to be. I wanted to be more so a role model.
Okay.
For people who grew up like us.
Okay.
Specifically young black men.
Okay,
Yeah,
specifically.
And so I got the degree in social work, and and we took different classes. In social work, you learn how to talk to people, deal with people,
on their level,
people's traumas. On a one-to-one level, which I took a class. I took like psychology, and basically just kind of deal with people. How to
recognize them on a chemically imbalanced level, right? Or
just like a holistic level.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. You see like how they live, how they think. Just kind of go deep into the person, just kind of get to know the person in a sense. So, but I took a class called Micro Social Work, which is individual counseling.
Right.
It's another one called Meso Social Work, which is like family counseling and group counseling.
So basically, like like I would say they call like intervention kind of like work a little bit.
Yeah, like intervention work. Yeah, exactly. So, micro 101, meso would be family and family and groups, and then macro would be communities, or if you like going into like a corporation and talking to a corporation or something like that. So
that's how the makeup of your shop came along.
Yeah.
'Cause I see the buildup of that.
yeah, I wanted to use my degree incorporated with tattooing, and I got more plans. I just won't say them right now.
No. That's
So we got more
that's
stuff
that's for the future. That's for when you come back. When you
Yeah,
come back,
for
we do your next interview.
So, yeah, macro arts would basically stand for like the individual being part of the bigger community,
Right.
and helping the community.
I see your evolution in that.
Yeah.
You start from the individual and you do a whole full surface and it comes back.
Yeah,
I got you, bro. That's pretty dope right there.
and then like to go along with what you're saying, let me help you help me, and also it's another saying too that I heard before. It was like, it's something like, how you can help me is help yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In layman's terms, yes. Like, shoot him.
So I won't have to. Like,
You
I mean,
can-
not but like,
You said it actually in the beginning. Value, bro. Like if you show that you're valuable, because I think one of our guests said one of this. One of my previous guests said this. He said, man, when it comes to help, it's like saying like this. If you're walking out of a corner store and you ask for, let's just say, $1, most people will cold shoulder you, right? But if you're out there pushing your car, more than likely a person will pull over to help you push that car, because you know how come? Because they see you actually doing the work.
yeah.
They see you doing the work. They be like, so they're more willing to come like, it's laws of attraction. He doing the work, I'll come help him.
Yeah.
But if you ain't doing no work, you just sitting out there with your hand out there begging for something, ain't nobody finna come help you. So, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, man, we gonna take you into this game we play up here, man.
Okay.
It's called Put Me On Game, bro. I'm gonna ask you a series of questions, and they're like if or ors, and which one suits you better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna ask you 5 questions, whatnot, and you just tell me from how you would look at it, and how would you choose this, and then just elaborate just a little bit on it. So here goes the first question. You know what I'm saying? Would you choose to live in the city or the country?
Me, I like the city.
I'm a city boy.
I like motion.
Yeah, man.
I like to be in a mix.
Yeah.
I like to wake up and, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, if I need to go out and bust moves, it's motion going on.
It's there.
Yeah.
It's there.
And
Man,
in the country, I wouldn't really. My brother country is here. He got folks in the country out here and stuff like that. Shout out to Ralph. He in the Navy right now. But the country, I was always, I'm gonna be real with y'all, I was always scared of the country.
I was.
Cause it's so damn dark out there. They ain't got no lights and shit. Like, oh, we got us.
Yeah, you.
Oh, it's so dark. Yeah, they ain't got no lights out there. Like,
Yeah, man. I'm a
yeah.
city boy too, so I feel you on that, man. I was scared of the country myself. You know, ain't no people out here. Ain't no movement going on. But
bear or coyote might get. Like,
yeah, all of that go through your head, man.
Uh-huh.
And now that I live in the country now, guys, but I would prefer to be living in the city, but
Yeah.
But you know, hell, sometimes things you gotta succumb to some kind
Yeah,
of things.
yeah. I'm definitely gonna move out of the city of Huntsville. Yeah, I live in a little ducked off neighborhood right now, but I want to get more out.
You dig? Get more out of it. Okay, so our second question: are you a gamer at all? A little bit.
A gamer? I got not really. I try to keep up, but I got a PlayStation 4 and a 5, but I ain't turned it on in months.
Man, I ain't turned my game on in forever, so I feel you.
Yeah.
But that kind of leads to my question, you know, so I guess you kind of basically answered. I was going to say, now this is a question that everybody kind of, you know, PlayStation or Xbox?
Oh, PlayStation. Yeah, I've been PlayStation all the way around.
Man, so wait a minute, you've been PlayStation since what?
Since PlayStation 1.
Oh, man, since
I had
the
a
beginning?
PlayStation 1, yeah, for sure.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
I messed with the PlayStation, but then when I got on the Xbox, whenever
Yeah.
whenever that the 360 Xbox came around, they jailbroke it. I was like, I'm Xbox all day. Because
Okay.
they could download the game, put it on there for like, what, $5? I'm paying like $5 for a game.
My brother be saying it. The one I was just saying, Ralph, he be saying, man, get an Xbox, get an Xbox. He call it his sex box. Yeah, he make love to that thing. Yeah.
I guess the world gonna steal that from him.
Yeah, that's a sex box right there.
So, shoot hell, but since we don't play video games like that, I mean, I'm too busy to play video games.
Yeah. I got one game, Call of Duty. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
No, you don't mess with GTA?
I ain't have time. I never just sat there and download. I like the game when I played at somebody else's house or something, but I never sat down and done nothing with it.
Look,
like,
let me Let me tell y'all something. When GTA 6 come out, when GTA 6 come out, do not call my phone. Look.
When it come out?
I don't know when it gonna come out because they keep doing updates for the 5. But when it do come out, don't call my phone for a week or two. Please.
I might jump on it then.
Yeah, man. Just shut down for a second. I know a person that I know. He takes his whole vacation time and play Call of Duty. I'm like, what? But hey, that's his thing. I'm gonna let him have it.
I think I jumped on Call of Duty too. I just jumped on Call of Duty this year. Yeah.
What? Just this year? Man, it's been around forever.
I've been trying to get it out. Like I've been trying to.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because a video game ain't gonna get. I mean, in today's market, I guess it can. Because you know, they got Twitch out there, and people have followers, and people are making hundreds of thousands of dollars doing this. But you got to be really freaking good, or have an audience.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Yeah, I was focused on something else. I mean, like I got people that play game and they still do their thing. Cause one of my good friends, he played the game just to take off stress from being an entrepreneur.
Of course,
and he get it in regularly. But I think I jumped on too late because now that when I play with them, I be the first one dead. They like pick up this, pick up that. I'm like, hold on, what? Pick up what? Like dead.
Same here, bro.
Yeah.
Same here, bro.
I be playing by myself.
Yeah, just to get yourself up to a smidgen of their level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They be going prestige and all this other stuff. Man, look, I'm kind of out of that. But all right then. If one thing would have to go, now this is a food group section. If one thing would have to go, if you could choose between tacos, pizza, burgers, or wings, which one would that have to go forever? I know, right? Kind of tough.
Pizza, burgers, and wings.
Yes. Man. Oh, them fire.
I know, right? That's a hard one because all of them I'm trying to kind of lean off towards more. Okay, so we keep the taco, maybe the pizza.
The pizza gotta go?
Yeah, the pizza.
Yeah, the pizza ain't the same no more to me anyway. I feel you on that. Like Pizza Hut pizza ain't that good no more. It used to be fire back in there. I don't know what happened to them. I guess since inflation and everything, I don't know, or just
different
ingredients or something. It ain't the same.
I like pizza. I'm looking more like on a health aspect of like all the cheese in it and stuff.
Yeah,
you can't really. I guess you can.
No, I mean that cheese will lock you up.
Yeah.
Cheese lock you up. All right, then. I kind of pretty much know this next answer, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Okay. So, are you a Chevy man or a Ford man?
Oh, yeah. You know Chevy. Yeah.
All right, then. Heavy Chevy.
Got the Hellcat crib.
Yeah, man. I already know, man. You can hear that man coming from a mile away. You know what I'm saying? You hear him outside. Y'all know how that Chevy be, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. The Ford, man. So, what make you not like Ford?
I mean,
do you like Ford?
Really, I'm not even a car person. I can drive a little bucket.
Man, I ain't mad at you.
I'm outside right now in a little Nissan, a little 2004 Nissan that I drive really on a daily basis.
Good gas saver.
Yeah. I never really been a car person, but I just got it. Just you know what I'm saying.
You flex a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. You work hard, bro.
Yeah, just flex a little bit every now and then.
I hear that.
And it helped my business.
Yeah, it do. Yeah. Like, because you gotta play the part to attract what you want. It's laws of attraction.
So that was the main reason of grabbing that.
Yeah, bro. Because hell, if Troy pulling up in a goddamn motherfucking Hellcat, it was like, damn, I need to go goddamn shop with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how I was too.
That's
And
how it is. Marketing promotion, baby, all the time.
I like the Mustangs though. I like Mustangs and the
So what do you think about the
Ford
truck?
trucks. Yeah, I love
Mustang truck.
Oh no, the Mustang truck. I seen one before. I ain't seen none lately though.
Yeah, man.
Did they stop making them or something? They still make them?
I be honest with you, I'm not sure because I think they're kind of weird.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying. But a Lamborghini truck is kind of like off brand, but I like them.
Yeah.
So you know it's kind of a little weird, but I guess I want to jump in no Ford Mustang truck unless it's a rental. I want to buy one.
Yeah.
I'll rent it. It's, you know what I'm saying, to play with it. Yeah, but I don't know. All right, this brings us to our last and final question of this game. Movies, drinks, or dinner, or Netflix and chill?
Me personally, I like Netflix and chill.
Go ahead and say why. Go ahead and say why. We kind of know where you're gonna lean with it, but go ahead and say why.
No, honestly, because I like staying in the house. I don't really like to be out too much.
You a homebody?
Yeah, I'm more of a homebody. I don't like driving. So
Me neither. I don't like driving no more.
yeah, I don't like driving. So
If I could pay for a driver, I would.
yeah, me too.
You know what I mean?
I like to use Uber. I use Uber in Huntsville, even though I got cars.
Man, I need to utilize that more. I really do. You know what I'm saying? Because my vices, I need to go ahead and utilize that more.
Yeah, I use Uber in Huntsville.
Hey, man, that's it, bro. I ain't gonna say a lot to you, man. But Troy, that's the end of our game. Tell us what else you kind of have up and coming and playing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta give them too much, but just give them a little sauce.
Okay. So up and coming, we just catch me on Instagram. Tatt2 Go Crazy, TATT, the number 2, Go Crazy. Let me see, I'll be dropping more videos focused on how to accomplish your goals, just trying to give tips on how to accomplish your goals. If you got more questions about it, inbox me. You can set up your tattoo. Just send me what you want to get done, where, and I send you a price, the dates I got. You pay your deposit, you get my schedule. Also, let me see, I'm going to be in the tattoo convention in Hunts Vegas Tattoo Convention, June 9th through the 11th. You can catch me, I think it's at the VBC. Don't quote me on that. But you can follow me on my page and you'll see more. I'll be there doing tattoos. So you can walk up, get tattoos. Just check me out. And, hey.
That's what it is, man. That concludes our show. On this show, we build bridges. We build bridges. We don't burn bridges. We build bridges to get to land. That's what we do over here. And so, as being a new pod on the block, I'm signing off, man. Nino, Troy, we out this thing.
Hey, one more thing, too. Be on the lookout for my book.
Go ahead.
The Art of Tattoo Therapy. Coming soon.
Coming soon. Straight to you. We out. Game ain't free, but you gotta pay from paying the game.